Good morning. Welcome to the Bond Sunday morning services. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Thank you so much for being with me. I bet you I'm the only one you can yell at, huh? The camera guy yell at me every morning. 30 seconds. 10 seconds. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank y'all for coming. It's a nice morning, huh? Yes. Very nice morning. This morning, the time went up, and I kept waking up. And I'm thinking, wow, I got to keep on waking up so I don't be late. Because my body wanted to sleep in that extra time thing. But I prefer more daylight than I do nightlight. So I like the long time. Where are we? We're supposed to talk about something today. Anybody remember what that was? Who was here last Sunday? Oh, good. John, what were we supposed to talk about today?
We're supposed to talk about team building, and do you put God in all that you do?
Oh, yeah, good. It is, are you a good team player? Are you a good team player, and do you seek God in all that you do? Everything. Did you think about that this week? No? Yes? Yes. And so are you a good team leader? Right here. Are you a good team leader? Team player. No, what is a team player first?
A team player is somebody who will pick up the slack if he sees there's slack somewhere in what the team's mission is. Because not everybody is going to do everything they need to do. And if you see someone slacking in something, you can either help them, alert them, something like that, to make sure that the team stays on its mission.
Are you a good team player?
Yeah, I'm a very good team player.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what it is, what you just told me?
Yes.
Okay. Are you a good team player?
Yes.
And what is it?
What he said.
What did he say?
Sorry. Basically is, picking up the slack and I don't want to say following the leader, but like.
You don't want to say what?
I don't want to say like following the leader, but.
You don't want to follow the leader?
Well, if the leader is wrong, I don't want to follow a leader down, the wrong road.
Right.
But yeah, it's doing what you're supposed to do.
Oh, okay.
Like, as far as like anything working or I'm thinking about work. That's what I'm thinking about.
And so you are a good team player?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because you pick up the slack.
Yeah, I do my job.
All right. Did you think about that this week?
I wasn't here last
Oh,
week.
so you didn't know the assignment?
No.
Oh, okay. The reason I give out assignments is because I want to help you to look at yourself. How about you, Rhonda? Are you a good team player?
Yeah, I think yes.
You are?
Yes.
You are. And what is a good team player?
Someone who's working with the group to try to reach the goal. Whatever the end goal is, you're all trying to move towards it.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anyone here who is not a good team player? Only one honest man. 2. Stop at the camera guy. You're not a good team player.
Not quite.
And why not?
Well, I notice that I tend to get kind of mad at people that aren't pulling their weight, and then I also don't quite pull my weight. And
do you get mad at yourself for not pulling your weight?
sometimes, yeah.
Okay. And so you're not a good team player. Well, at least you're honest about it.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes. Oh, wait for the mic.
I sort of have the same problem too. I work with a couple of girls, and I feel I'm a good team leader and player. And a lot of times they don't see stuff that I see, and I'll point it out to them, and they feel like just because I saw it and I asked them to please pay attention to that or whatever, don't forget it, they think I'm trying to boss them around or something like that. So, and I'm really not. I'm just trying to, help the situation out to get to the end. And I've gotten to the point, because I've been working with these people for a long time, that I just want to focus on myself, and I'm the one who does most of the work and most of everything, because they are going to do whatever they darn
Yeah.
well want to do.
Yeah.
And I can do nothing to really wake them up. And when I do approach and do say something, I find myself getting a little ugly to them, And then I have to, say, well, I'm sorry, but I'm feeling like a witch right now. But if I don't say it, it's just going to eat me alive, But
Yeah.
I just want you to know that, you're being lazy. You guys are sitting over there and you're going smoking for a break and eating your hamburger when that should have been done before you even entered work.
Are they working for you?
No, they're not working
Oh, okay.
for me.
You just work on the same job. Oh, okay. And what's your definition of a good team player?
Well, somebody that holds their weight and just completes the task that is given to them, and maybe the amount of time that we're given. We have to get through an area within a certain time, and we all have to pitch in. If we don't, it's going to be either not done right or it's lacking.
Oh, okay.
Something
That's a
like
long
it.
definition. But I like it. Okay.
But
You say you're not a good team player.
No, I am not. I like to be, but I'm not.
And why you're not?
Because I always demand man to be perfect. Now of myself. I always prefer to do everything myself, because I've been taught nobody's there to do it for me.
What's your definition of a good team player?
Somebody who's not afraid of giving a responsibility to somebody else who knows he can trust with the job. In short, somebody he can trust.
Oh, okay. It's amazing how we see things as human beings. Okay. Patrick, are you a good team player?
I would say no right now. I would have said yes up until probably after I said yes Thursday night at our Thursday night meeting. I'm going to change that, amend my answer.
Oh, I forgot we asked this on Thursday
Yeah,
night.
I did say I
At the
was.
men's forum.
And I always assumed that I was, and in some physical ways I can be, but there's kind of a flaw in my game as far as being a team player that it makes me not a good team player.
Oh, okay. Hermes, are you a good team player?
I had heard that term before. I wasn't really sure what it meant, because it's kind of a generic term that you hear a lot of people use nowadays.
Yeah.
Based on the definition I came to, I think I'm mediocre.
A mediocre team player. And what's your definition of a good team player?
I would say somebody that definitely pulls their weight, which I think I do on task, but also stretches kind of above and beyond the call of duty. If you see there's holes that need to be filled in an assignment,
Yeah.
kind of selflessly stretches and does whatever it takes to get the task done.
Oh, okay. And so you're mediocre in that.
Yeah, I don't always stretch beyond what's required of me.
Oh, okay. Can you get Doug out here for me? I need to have him on mic. And I also need Billy on mic. Like, wow. What?
Let me cross-examine them. No, but I do think, I've heard a definition of team player that you hear about in sports a lot, and I think it's legitimate, which is somebody who makes the other players better too. So, there's somebody who is improving, not just pulling their own weight, but improving the performances of the others.
Oh,
through their
okay.
actions. Yeah.
So you added to what it is?
What's that?
You just added to the definition of a good team player?
Well, I didn't give a definition to start with, but
Oh, what do you think it is? That's it right there?
yeah, I think a good team player does their own thing and is a good example for others, but also helps the others to be better at what they're at too.
Oh, okay. You run your own business now, right? Are you a good team player?
I think I'm a very good team player. And I
And-
think the people I work with are also good team players.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And did you become a good team player before you had to take over the business or afterward?
I was always a good team player.
And what's a good team player?
You do more than what's expected almost. When I worked, I would, whatever I needed to do, I did. And if I saw, it's like you don't just look at a clock and you're gone at 5. If you're in the middle of something, you finish it, you do what's necessary.
You're not out of there about 4 o'clock trying to beat the traffic on the freeway?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I didn't say anything. I called no name, did I? I just thought of an example when you said that. That's all.
That only happens on Thursday.
Are you a good team player, Doc? Speaking to the mic so we can have it on record.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm the one who always comes.
He
out
has a mic in his hand like this, way down to his belly.
This ain't going out over.
And he tell us how to have him. He's the mic guy. Okay,
in one sense, I think I am, but
one sense.
Yeah. In other sense, I think that I am in that I can go ahead and do what I have to do, plus whatever, to some degree, whatever comes up. I don't do very well when people aren't pulling their weight, though. It's very frustrating for me, and in that sense, I'm not a good team player, because I just as soon do it myself than have someone on my team who's not pulling their weight.
So is that like a mediocre one too?
I don't know about that. I don't, because he said something different when
Right.
he said mediocre.
What's your definition of a good team player?
I think the lady there, I forget her name now. She said it best, I think.
Iris.
She said that someone who pulls their weight, someone who doesn't just stop in the middle of the job just because it's 5 o'clock, that type of thing. Someone who gets there early to finish a task that needs to be finished first thing in the morning. Someone who does that type of stuff.
And so your only problem is you get upset at the other team players who don't carry their weight.
I don't know if that's my only problem, but that's definitely one of them.
Oh, okay. All right. And you believe in God?
I've heard of him. There's going to be a show tonight about him.
The Bible. Hey, Bill. Can't wait to hear this one. Are you a good team player?
Probably not.
No, we need a yes or no on this one. I'm sorry?
No.
And you're not. What's a good team player?
Someone who approaches the whole team working together to get a task done in a balanced way. That's what I think.
You just made it up?
No, I mean,
It's
off the top of my head, yes.
And so why you're not a good team player? Why is that you're not a good team player?
I tend to take on, there's some tasks that I really should find a way to delegate to other people, but I don't. And then I don't know. I have to think about it.
Okay. But
I
on
mean,
record, you're
that's
not.
part of it.
But on record, you're not a good team player.
No, I'm not.
I can't hear you.
I'd be more successful with it if I was.
All right. Go and take over the board in there and have Andre to come out for a minute. Robert, are you a good team player?
Yes.
You are?
I am.
And what's a good team player?
What is a good team player is, to my definition, or based upon my experience, is that I go above and beyond what my normal job description is, or what my normal duty is, and what most of all, what my normal responsibility is.
Right on, Rob. That's something else.
Yep.
Yep.
And sometimes, unfortunately, most people don't recognize that, especially my job.
Oh, they don't recognize it? Do they
Absolutely
need
not.
it? Do they need it? That makes you mad when they don't recognize it?
I honestly tell you, Jesse, I take that personally, and I feel pretty bad about it. I feel like I've been, if they don't appreciate or don't recognize my work and everything, I kind of feel like I've been taken advantage of, and I don't appreciate it. So
Wow.
I know it's not the right thing to do, but it's just that's
Yeah.
how I feel.
So a good team player need to be recognized.
Well, yeah, deep down inside, yes. Yeah.
And you believe in God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. It's amazing. Isn't it like amazing? No, it is absolutely amazing. Let me go to King Tut. Andre,
Yes.
are you a good team player?
I prefer working on my own
You prefer?
Yeah.
Are you a good team player?
when I have to be. I don't prefer to work with other people, but when I have to be, I do. I take responsibility
So are you a good team player?
when I have to be.
So only when you have to be.
Only when I have to be.
And what is a good team player?
Someone who can communicate with others well. Someone who takes responsibility of what he's supposed to do.
Right.
That's pretty much it.
And you believe in God?
I do.
Okay. Only when you have to. Okay.
Meaning, when I'm forced to, then if I'm forced to be in that situation to work with a team, then, I'd have to. I'd have to take the responsibility. But I prefer being alone.
You prefer being alone?
Yes.
Okay.
I prefer doing things on my own.
Why is that you prefer to be alone?
Because that way I know what I'm supposed to do, and I know my timeline, and I take care of things whenever I'm supposed to. It's more organized that way.
Right. And did I ask you what's the definition of a good team?
Yes.
What did you say?
I said someone who takes responsibility
Oh.
and who has the ability
That's
to
funny, I
communicate.
forgot about it, just like that. All right. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Let me go back to Irma's real fast, just real fast. Mediocre team player. Would you say, what's the definition of a team player again?
To me, it's somebody that plays their position, pulls their own weight,
Oh, okay.
and takes responsibility and gets the job done.
And you believe in God, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Why y'all laughing? I forgot part two, to ask you guys the part two to this, because time is going by and I really want to get into this. Are you a good team player, sir?
Yeah, I think I'm an MVP.
Oh, yeah?
Because after I thought about it, I wanted to be a little more accurate, and I'll say I'm an MVP.
What is a good team player?
Not jealous and don't complain when it comes to work.
Not jealous, don't complain. And
Yeah, I
come
was
to
kidding
work.
about the MVP, though. I don't really want to say what. I would say probably not, but it's not jealous. It's, if you're not jealous and you don't complain, then you're a good team player.
And so you said, so you're not a good team player?
Probably not, because I know
Are
it's
you or
either
no?
a yes or a no.
I'm sorry?
I know it's either a yes or a no, so
Right.
I'll say no. Cause
You
I know,
say no?
Yeah, because I know I have work to do, like everyone. So
Oh, okay.
whether I'm better than everyone or where I fall in the rank of everyone else, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you seek God in all that you do?
Yeah, I know that I should, and
No, give me this. Do
I'll
you
say
seek?
yeah. Yeah, that's a yeah right there. Yeah, that's a yeah.
But so why were you going into I know I should, but
No, I do really. I mean, whether it's later or before the catastrophe, or I do. So I end up.
all right. John, are you a good team player? Did I ask you already?
No, you didn't ask.
Oh, okay. I thought of you this morning for some reason. I'm like, I hope John is there. I want to ask him this.
You know what? I was gonna say yes in the beginning, but after hearing some of the other explanations, I'm kind of not sure.
So they made you doubt yourself.
Yeah, because like on my job, we are like once a year we're put into a team to reach these certain objectives, but there's a monetary value behind it. So I kind of go all out.
For the money?
Only because of the money, I think. But also in my job, we have a lot of meetings, and we're required to participate and come up with different ideas to how to improve our performance or different things in the job. And I always try to participate. But now I'm kind of unsure after listening to all the answers. But I do notice that with the monetary teams, I go all out, and I'm usually sometimes doing 90% of the work because the other guy's kind of lazy, or 50% of the work because the other guy's busy, but in the end I help them get the profit also.
You do, but if the money wasn't attached to it, you would not work that hard at it.
But if the monetary value wasn't behind it,
Yeah.
it wasn't that goal, I would be slacking, I think.
Did you think about this question this week, during the week?
Yes,
this
I
past
did.
week? Oh, okay. Do you seek God in all that you do?
No, I don't. But I did think about it because you asked that question last week.
Right.
And but no, I don't, to be totally honest.
And why not?
Because I think I try to do things myself. I rely on myself, and to be honest with you, I only kind of think of God like when I'm meditating. Oh, I have to meditate, so it's like that's when I really think about Him. But other than that, I basically kind of try to solve my own problems, and I know I shouldn't do that.
So you only think of Him when it's time to pray?
Yes. When you asked that question, I was kind of thinking about it. Do you put God in all that you do?
Right.
And if you hadn't asked me that question, I wouldn't even thought of that. Do I put God in all that I do?
That's amazing, huh?
Yes, it is.
You believe in God?
Based on the answers I just gave, not totally.
This is so amazing to me. I'm sorry?
Based on the answers I just gave, no, not totally.
Based on the answer I just gave. What a church, huh? This is church right here. Because you could literally go to church every Sunday and just fool the preacher. Fool everybody up in there. Because the preacher is not going to ask you about all this. So you have nothing to think about concerning yourself. Right here, are you a good team player?
I don't work right now, but I have been a very good team player. I did everything and anything that we discussed here, but the boss, the manager, really benefited. But it ruined kind of my inside because I had that feeling that, why wouldn't you do? I had that, I did it. I did it unconditionally. If I saw something needs to be done, I did it.
Right.
But I did not, at the end, inside me, I was like, why don't you guys do that too? It's...
So you were mad because the other people were not doing it at the end.
I was just mad inside me. I
Right.
never showed it or anything.
Right, but
never
you were
said
mad inside of you
Yes.
because here you are, a good team player, and the rest of the people are not one.
Not I don't
The boss.
talk about everyone.
The boss. You said the boss the reward?
No. The boss would benefit it. The manager would benefit it because I was doing everything.
Right.
Not everything, but whatever left out, I
Right.
would continue doing it.
Right.
But I would feeling bad inside me that why don't you guys do it too?
Okay.
It needs to be done, don't you see?
You're like Robert. Do you seek God in all that you do?
What do you mean by, I do? Eating, sleeping, walking, is that, or if I do something?
Do you seek God in all that you do?
Not all.
Oh, okay.
But I do seek God in my actions. If I do before I do something, I just say, just do whatever is right.
Yeah. Oh, good.
And just in addition, Andre is really good team player. He likes working alone, but he's really good team player. I've been at his previous workplaces. Everyone would say, I walked into the bank and everyone would say, "Oh, he's such a good guy. He does this, he does this. He listens to everyone." And
Yeah.
I would feel bad at the time, but now.
I was surprised when he said no, he wasn't a good team player, because I see him as a good team player.
But he doesn't like it.
Oh, he's so humble.
No.
No, he
He
is.
doesn't like the team. He likes
He
working
doesn't.
alone.
Yeah, he preferred not, but if he has to, he does well. Yeah. Yes. Right here,
I'm
Rob.
seeing where it's all connected. Where I mean, you talk about, do you seek God in everything? I mean, if we really and truly seek God in everything, that means we really have to eat it. And no matter what happens, no matter how bad people are treating you or whatever, you have to just walk through it and just let it go, because this is your time on earth and it's your time that you're seeing it. And to heck with them, because they're going to see it hopefully in their time.
Yep. It is an honor for a man to cease from strife, but every fool will be meddling. Isn't that something? Meddling. meddling. Isn't that something? We got a lot of fools out there. Meddling. Do you seek God in all that you do?
I would say I'm living my life in a way that it's like he's around me all the time, and so if I'm being conscious of things, yes, I do. I do say I probably still go dark sometimes, but everything is about being conscious and seeing, looking at myself. So I might think something wrong, but I'll put my eyes back on myself and I'll see me about to do something, I may stop.
Right.
So I would say it's more like a way of being. So I'm seeking him in that sense that I'm trying to do the right thing all the time, and I'm trying to see myself.
So do you seek God in all that you do?
I say I do, but I'm saying I'm still working on it. I don't know.
You're saying yes,
how
but
to
here's
say
an
that. I
explanation.
believe I am,
Okay.
but I know I still go dark sometimes.
Okay. All right. Let me just ask this young man right here. I knew you weren't here last Sunday, so you probably didn't have time to think about this, but are you a good team player?
No, I can be better.
You can be better. And what's your definition of a good team player?
Somebody that tries to help other people.
Oh, okay. And do you seek God in all that you do?
No.
You don't?
No.
And why not?
Sometimes I just don't. I'm not seeking God.
Oh, okay. Let me ask that one back there. Are you a good team player?
Yes.
You are. And what is a good team player?
To do my job 100% and to help others do their job.
Okay. And do you seek God in all that you do?
I don't.
You do not. And why
do
not?
I get the light goes out sometimes. I'm in my own world.
Do you believe in him?
When I'm thinking about him.
That's right. As long as I think about you, right? All right. Irma, do you seek God in all that you do?
That's an easy one. No.
I had somebody call me up at the office recently and said they watched the Sunday service and that they love Irma's because Irma's so honest. He doesn't pray. He said, so every time I ask him if he prays, he's like, no. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And he liked that honesty. This is amazing. Is this interesting so far? It's food for thought. Tay, how about you? Are you a good team player?
If I have to think this long, the answer is no.
And why not? Why not?
I'm really not sure. I think I do, what I'm asked to do. But that's a hard question because I'm a little confused because you say don't judge don't judge yourself or judge what's going on, and that would be a question for the team members if I'm a good team player. I mean, I don't. I think I do what I'm asked to do, and I trust my team mates. So I can't really answer that question.
You remind me of my granddaughters. They take the truth and use it against me.
No.
I took them over to visit Patrick and his family so they can play with the kids. And when we got ready to leave, one was cleaning up, helping to clean up, and the other one was playing the piano or something, right? And they both wanted to stay longer, and I'm like, no, we gotta go. And then they wanted to look at the telescope that Paul had. And so on the way home, they're like, Grandpa, you didn't let us look at the telescope. I said, well, you can look at it next time. We had to go, you can look at it next time. And then they're like, that is silly. There is no next time. We only have now. You always say next time, and there is no next time. I said, yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. But, we had to go. And so I was like, you guys taking the truth and using it against me, huh? They called me up one day, like, could you come get me? I'm bored. And then before I can say anything, they said, no, that's all right. You don't have to come. I said, why not? Because you said boredom is good for you. And so it's best to be bored so I can figure out what's good for me. So I'm like, all right. So I didn't have to go get them, and I was glad about that. Because they have too much energy for me. I can hang out with them once a month, and that's it. Do you seek God in all that you do?
No.
You do not. You believe in Him?
Yes.
You do. But you don't seek Him.
No, I mean, I don't, when I, I forgot who said it, you pray, and I thought that was seeking Him. But I don't go wash dishes thinking, oh, God, help me with the dishes.
Help me with these dishes.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, I'm about to go and do some dishes up in here. Help me with them. Okay. I think I pretty much asked that question. Did I ask you? You were not here, so you didn't think about it during the week.
No, but it's a good question.
It is, huh?
Yeah.
Why is it a good question?
Because constantly looking at yourself in all levels of what you do, it's good to have, I think it was the apostle says, judge yourself and judge yourself rightly. I think Jesus also said that, to take a good look at yourself, an honest look at yourself. And so there you know where your lacks are, or your...
There is nothing like knowing yourself. If you can understand the depths of knowing yourself, it is amazing. It really is. And while you're running around acting crazy, you're missing out on it. So are you a good team player?
I think I can be better. I do work with the team, and when you asked that question, I was thinking about it, because I seen good team players, and they go around helping everybody. I do work with the team, and I have an outstanding employee who not only is just so willing to help everybody, but still does his job at an above average. And he's always how can I help? Do you have any extra projects, et cetera, et cetera? So to me, he's a much better team player than I am. But I think that I can do better.
Are you a good team player?
No.
Okay. And do you seek God in all that you do?
No, I don't.
And why not?
Because I think the brother said it well. In the back, I don't remember. I don't know. What
Don't worry about the name.
Okay. Well, I think that sometimes you're not conscious of Him. I think when you pray and you meditate, and you're in the moment and you're in the stillness, you're pretty much seeking God in everything that you do. But there's points and moments in where your selfishness gets the best of you, and you're no longer seeking God.
You believe in Him?
Yes, absolutely.
You believe in Him, but you don't seek Him in all that you do.
I have moments in where lapses in consciousness.
Okay. Patrick, how about you? You seek God in all that you do?
Can I answer quicker than Ermias?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Can I say a little why here?
Why he's saying that, get me Doug and Billy back again. Yes, go ahead.
I notice a big problem I've had going way back is that I judge we were talking with Francisco earlier, but I judge myself as a good person from way back, and they just kind of put me in this box of some kind that it's really messed me up in dealing with other people because I'm coming from, I'm good, you're messed up.
Yeah.
You know, like how can you help someone when you have that kind of attitude? You know?
That's right.
So I'm a very, actually in that sense, I'm a very poor team player.
Okay. I like that honest answer. You have your hand, Ernest? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I was going to add that I will seek God if I'm in a difficult situation.
I know when trouble
And
comes.
I need some guidance, yeah.
Lord, help me through this one. What have I done? Yeah, when trouble comes, then you teach him. You see him. Did I see your hand? While Doug has to go back to work, go back to Doug. Hey, back to Doug first. Doug, do you seek God in all that you do?
I don't know that I know how to do that.
Is that a yes or no?
That's a no.
And it's because you don't know if you know how to do it?
Right.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And you believe in him?
I've heard of him. Someone mentioned him.
All right. Okay, while Billy's coming back, let's go to this young lady here. Hey, buddy. I can hear Billy now. Why are you bothering me today? Yes. Are you a good team player?
No. And yes.
No and yes?
Yes, because,
Is that right between mediocre?
Well, no. It's the fact that I am a good team player.
Yes.
But then in the end, it's like, I did everything like she said, and nobody appreciated it, and nobody's doing the same thing. It's like, why am I the only one who seems to be doing it?
So you need to be appreciated.
Well, it's not that you need to be appreciated. You need to see everybody else functioning at the same level.
Oh, okay.
So some people, so if you're a good team player, that means you end up doing most of the stuff, and the other people are just kind of coasting.
Oh,
so
why?
then you get that resentment. I get that resentment instead of being happy that I was able to function at that.
Would a good team player become resentful if the other?
No, so that's what I'm saying. So I'm not in the, So
Oh, I got you.
I'm not, as you said, what about seeking God at that time?
Do you seek God in all that you do?
No.
You don't. You believe in him?
Yes, but I don't even realize that I'm not seeking him. It's like you just get oblivious. Like, I'm doing it. You don't put the fact in that he's doing it. Like, for instance, my son, he was texting me this morning. So he said he had a tough week. So I said to him, did you get fired? He said, no. So I said, well, then you didn't have a tough week.
That's right. It's amazing, huh? Yeah.
But I didn't see it mine.
Yes.
You see other people's.
Let's go back to Billy, and then I'll take your hand. He was. Hey, Bill.
Hey.
Do you seek God in all that you do?
No.
No. And why not?
I don't know.
I'm sorry?
So I don't know.
You don't know. You believe in him?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
You're not sure?
No.
I'm sorry?
Mm-mm.
I can't hear you.
No.
So why do you think you do if you're not sure? Hello?
Let me just say I seek God in things I do, okay? That's maybe that, okay? Okay?
So you do seek him in all that you do?
Not in all I do, no.
Oh, but in some things that you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Does it work?
No.
All right. I just want you on record. And you had your hand. Did you have a question that's coming? I forgot. You forgot. Okay. Here. Oh, okay. Right here.
When I said I feel bad, I never waited for appreciation. I just don't want you to get wrong because they said, I think she said that I did not want the appreciation, but inside me I thought it's so clear. How could you not see? I didn't want them to come and say thank me for what I did. But as I say to my sister or something, how could you not see? I mean, this is so clear. Then I understand that it's not that clear. Otherwise, they would have seen. Or yeah, there's
that's
something.
True. It's not clear. That's for sure. Yes. Yes, sir.
I just want to say letting team members coast is not a good team player. That's not a good definition of a team player. If you are the one that thinks you're doing the work and letting other people coast, I almost guarantee you're resenting those people for not doing the work. And in some ways, feeding your own resentment by making sure they don't work, because that's what feeds your resentment to start with.
Oh, and that's how you are?
I'm like that.
Oh, you believe in God?
Oh, yeah.
Amazing stuff. What made me, what? Now you remember. Yes, sir.
I got a question for you. Do you think that a better question would be, do you seek glory in all that you do? I think we could all answer yes.
No, I'm having fun with this one.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Oh, hold on a minute. I'm sorry?
John wasn't asked that question. Business owner. I'd like to know what he has to say about that question.
Oh, because he was a businessman? Oh. Do you want to answer that, John? Are you a good team player? Well, I didn't hear what he said. He would like to hear what you say about that. Because you are a businessman. Are you a good team player?
Oh. Yeah, I think so.
Are you a good team player?
You know, to be honest, it's hard for me to answer, even though, at the men's meeting, we talked about it, but I haven't thought about it a great deal. So I think that I am, but I've never really thought in depth. Am I or no? Let me rephrase that. I've never asked myself the question, am I a good team player? So I think I am.
Want me to give you a few seconds?
Well,
ask yourself the question, am I a good team player? And see what self says.
Yeah, I think so.
You don't know for sure, self?
That's all I can say at this very moment. I think so.
You think that you are?
Uh-huh.
Rodney, can we roll our eyes at the same time? No, I'm kidding. Are you? Do you seek God in all that you do?
No.
You do not. Why not?
I get sucked in by, especially when I start working. I focus on the task at hand.
Right.
And that's not exactly the way we ought to live.
Yeah.
You see, I know that, but it's still happening. I get sucked in by the work that I do. And,
okay. So you just forget about God. Help.
Huh?
You forget about God once you sucked into the work.
Right.
Okay, I understand that.
Yes.
And do you believe in Him?
Yes.
You do believe in Him, but you put it to the side while you're deep involved in your work.
It's actually it's not a conscious act.
Oh, okay.
It's not a conscious act that I put God aside when I start working. It's
an
like
unconscious act.
Yes. So it's like by default almost.
Okay.
You get lost in your work.
All right. Did you like John's answer? Yeah. You did? Okay. I have 4, and you guys don't know who they are because I have several employees. All right. But I have 4 that is amazing to me, and I've been trying to figure it out. And so I tend to seek God in all that I do, right? And so I'm asking God, how come I can't get these 4 adults to work together as a team and communicate and be good team leaders and make decisions, because I give them all the leeway, so that they can grow into this kind of lifestyle. And it's just been like giving me a headache because I can't seem to get it to work. And so I asked God what else, is there anything else I can do to cause these 4 people to work together? Because they're grown folks, they're like grown people. And so, and that's why I asked, do you seek God in all that you do? Because if you do, God will give you some answers. He loves us enough, and he understands that of ourselves we can do nothing, and he really will help us to see things. And I don't quite, and maybe you guys can help me with this, even though I know the answer to this question, I'm going to act like I don't know the answer. I don't know quite how we as human beings can call ourselves children of the Creator of us, who knows all things. He can make all things happen. He is everything, right? He made us. And yet we say we believe in him, but do not seek him in all that we do. I don't know how that's, I do know how, I'm lying when I say I don't know, but I don't know how that separation is there. You know what I'm saying? Because if you love the Father, you know the Father loves you, and you know how you try to treat your kids, it would seem to me that you would seek the Father in all that you do. Unless you don't quite understand that of yourself you can do nothing, and of yourself you know nothing, and that our battle is a spiritual battle in everything that we do, and we have a deceiver who's always trying to deceive us in everything that we do. And we can't beat the deceiver ourselves, so we need the Father to guide us, to help us beat the deceiver. That makes sense? Yes. So I don't know how, as children of God, you separate from your Father and not seek him in all that you do. And so I asked him, is there anything, what's wrong? Maybe it's me. I'm thinking it's me because it could be me not being a good leader, or maybe I'm not organizing it right or something, And lo and behold, I got this book, and for some reason, I'm not done with the book yet. So when I'm done with it, I'm going to tell you about the book, and I'm going to even have the guy on the show to talk about it. And this guy have taken the scriptures and just broke them down in how to really get things done. And so he has this definition in his book as to what the type of a person you should have on your team. The type of a person you should have on your team. And these type of people will make a good team player, will become a good team players. Number one is the person should be an honest skeptic who think for him or herself. An honest skeptic who think for him or herself. So I thought about that one first. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. So I thought about the 4 people on the and you guys don't know who it is, come out of your head. Because I hear names just going on, buzzing around. I have more than 4 people working for me. And we all have teams. An honest skeptic who think for him or herself. And I looked at these 4 people and I wondered, do they really think for themselves? And I can't tell you the answer to that. I have to tell them tomorrow at work. Let me ask, who in here do not think for themselves? So 4 people. Why don't you think for yourself, Patrick?
I wouldn't say all the time, but I'm definitely coming out of just a setup.
Let me do something, and I think this may help too. Don't qualify your answers. Just be yes or no, and like either you are or either you're not a thinker for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of times people, they qualify, and even qualifying it stop you from growing. It either is or it's not. God said either you're hot or you're cold. Either you're on his team or you're not. There is no qualifying. There's a sense of relief in qualifying. It may you think that the people see, you know, when people qualify, most of the time they don't want to be seen a certain way. They're concerned about how someone's going to see them. Not that, I don't know if you're doing it now, but I'm just using that because it made me think. They qualify because they don't want to be seen in a negative way by anybody. So a little qualification that makes you feel better. Have you noticed that? Yeah. But it's the truth that makes us free about. I'm sorry? Right. He said just say no.
I want to be accurate, though.
Yes.
In fairness to myself, too, I'm not really that person. I'm kind of a person coming out of that.
Okay.
But I think the reason is basically something of a setup from my past that I haven't broken yet.
The reason you're not a...
Well, yeah, because I clearly saw, and we talked about this Thursday, that I had been a follower, you know, from young of other people. And I've just seen that in many different instances. I can think of the relationships I've had with people and how they've had a certain hold over me, a certain way that I would think through them or
Yes.
let them do the thinking for me kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's been kind of a pattern for me to the present day to some extent. I mean, I do see, sorry I have to qualify here, but I do see I'm breaking out of that.
Yes.
But that's just, I think it's just simply the way I was set up and the fact that I haven't completely woken up, so to speak. Something hasn't completely broken that in me where it's still, I kind of fall in and out of it. In other words, now I'm starting to see, there are times when things kind of open up and I can make the decision because I can see it.
Oh, okay.
But sometimes I don't. I'm just kind of acting in a kind of robotic fashion. I'm making a decision without thinking about it.
Oh, okay. And James, you say you're not a free thinker. You don't think for yourself. I saw your hand there.
Yeah, that's right. I don't have initiative.
Just think for yourself.
To think for myself. It's hard for me to see for sure that I don't totally think for myself. Sometimes I think I do. One thing that I think I do is that I listen to something, and if I'm not even sure that it's right, I'll just suspend my judgment on it.
Yeah.
But it's, my life isn't quite working, and I don't think about the things that would enhance my life unless I'm told to, and then I forget during the week to.
You say your life is not quite working?
Yeah.
What does that mean? It mean 3 minutes?
Yeah. I'm just kind of in a rut of being kind of unhappy and unbalanced in life.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Unhappy and unbalanced. Unhappiness will bring unbalance, too. You're right. Let me ask Ernest real fast, and then I got to give the other one. I only have 2 minutes now, I guess, left. Right. Do you think for yourself?
That's an interesting question because
yes or no first?
Yes.
You think for yourself?
I do.
Okay.
Can I add a but?
Yeah.
But what's interesting is that in thinking for myself, that makes it appear like I'm not a team player, because when you tend to kind of be a skeptic, it makes it seem like you're bucking the system or you're not going along with the rest of the team.
It does?
So it's kind of a double, yeah. At least the way most people define being a team player. If you're a skeptic and you're kind of saying, wait a minute, that may not work that way, or, you know, maybe you protest certain things, it makes it seem like you stand out. So sometimes you go along for the good of the project or whatever needs to get done.
Okay. Could you be a free thinker and not believe in God and not pray and all that?
I'm not sure. I'm not understanding the question.
You say you're a free thinker, right?
That's how I think for myself. Yeah.
Right. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. Think for yourself.
Right.
Is it possible to think for yourself without the support of God?
I'm not saying I think for myself apart from Satan. I'm just saying. We're not talking about who's influencing those thoughts, but
okay.
So I didn't know you were going that deep.
Let me just say, this is not a put down. This is just, I want you to know that when you lock into the God that's within us and the God that loves us, there's nothing that can stop you. But you got to lock into that. You got to come home to Him and allow Him to guide you. All right? I know I see some hands. Let me make it real short because I want to just at least tell you guys these other two, and I'm running out of time here.
Quick question. You once said that the only thing you ever see about yourself is the bad things about yourself.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
The things that I need to overcome. My weaknesses, I just see them, and in seeing them, I'm able to overcome them.
So you don't see anything good about yourself?
No, not yet.
God's never said and shown you anything good?
Not yet. You've always been good to me and make things happen in my life that works out for the good and is good. But of myself, I don't see myself as being a good person. Or I can't walk around and say I'm all good.
Are you a good team player?
I'm a very good team player. I really am. That's why I try to make these four people, allow them to be one, because not only would it help them personally, it enhanced the business as well. But it would definitely help personally. I'm telling you, being a good team player will help you more than it will help the teammate. Even though it'll help the teammate, but it will help you more. Because anytime you give, you're going to get back. You're really going to get back. You cannot not get back. And life is about giving. It's not about just taking or receiving. Even though you get it back 100-fold. Are you able to make you a short, Patrick? I saw your hand.
I noticed.
How much time I have, James? 3 minutes. Okay, real fast.
In ways that I don't see, I see something and then don't do it, I've noticed, is something about not really getting it 100%. I'll see it, and then sometimes somebody will tell me later about something that I'm not doing right, and I already kind of knew it, but I didn't have it totally in my bones.
Yeah.
And then I'll be following them. I'll take when they say it about me, then I'll make the change, but I will not make the change a lot of times unless it's said to me by somebody else.
Oh, I understand that. Yeah. I was a good team player even as a kid growing up. I remember the older people used to say that about me, so it was just kind of with me. And the third thing for you to become a good team player, strong character with no deceit. That'll leave everybody out, huh? Strong character with no deceit. Yes, James?
I wasn't paying attention. What was the second thing?
The first one is an honest skeptic who think for him or herself. And the second one is strong character with no deceit.
Oh, okay.
That leaves you out, huh?
Yeah, it does, but you said third.
Here's the third.
Okay.
A person of prayer. A person of prayer. And most of you say you don't pray until you don't seek God in all that you do. You got to become a person of prayer. And then God will guide you, and you can become this person. It's already in you, in all of us to be it, but He will bring it out. But you gotta commit to God. I mean, life is hell without Him. It really is. And then it's hell in so many ways, but the primary way is that you can't see. You really can't see, but once you can see, then all these things would naturally come out of you. He prepared us. He's given us all we need to live by. But it's just that with people blind, and you can just hear from this conversation today how little attention you are given into seeking first the kingdom, and so that all can be added to you. It's so little, it's so minute, and I don't quite know why that is. You gotta seek first the kingdom of God, and all things will be added. His right way, and all things will be added. It's just that simple. But most people are caught up with all the stuff that's going on around them. And life is in every changing, everything are always changing in life. You notice that? It's one episode after another one. Life is about episodes. And if your focus is not on the kingdom of heaven, it's going to be on those episodes that are happening in your life, and you're going to be wiped out. The episodes will destroy you because there are so many of them happening all the time. And that's Satan trying to destroy you. You got to go within and seek the kingdom of God. You don't have to, but if you want to develop into being your best and who he intended for you to be, you got to put him first. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you. I hope this helped today. I really do.
For more information, to purchase a copy of this program, or to make a donation, visit us on the web at bondinfo.org or call 1-800-411-2663. That's 1-800-411-BOND.
You're already home.